Now you may have looked at the thumbnail of this video and thought, huh, an eyeshadow palette video. Didn't she just do one of those? Yes, I did, and I'm back with another because I love eyeshadow palettes. I can't get enough of them. I'll never stop talking about them, and today we're going to be talking about my favorites for fall. Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. If we haven't met, my name is Kelly, and I am a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on YouTube, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to subscribe. Now let's talk a little bit about this video. I originally saw Samantha March do this, and I will certainly link her video down below because she was the first creator that I've seen doing this so far this year. I know that she said that it's kind of been going around, but I just thought it was really a good video to do because, you know, not only is it nice to celebrate new things that are coming out, but it's really a great time to be looking at what we have in our collections that we can pull out to be able to celebrate and use. And for me, I have really been trying to dig into my stash a little bit more and use the things that I either forgot about or know that I love, but in all honesty, just haven't seen laying at the back of the drawer. So I definitely have a few of those for you today. I also have a few new ones that I've really been enjoying. So I'm gonna take a moment to share all of the wonderful women with you that I'm doing this collab with. We have Yadi over at Yadi Beauty, and I am so proud of this woman. She's been kicking out some amazing videos. She just did her first live video. It was a FabFitFun unboxing, and I just can't wait to see more lives from her. It was really a lot of fun, and I really enjoy like her aesthetic. Like, she is a little bit glam, but also like a little bit everyday realistic. You know, she has a corporate job, so she does very wearable, realistic looks, and I really love that. We also have Kara over at Beauty and the Frizz. You guys, like, Kara just has such a wonderful message in all of her videos, and she does some beautiful eye looks. I think all of these women are eyeshadow lovers. I think we all just love makeup in general, but I know Kara and I were saying that like we really like focus on those like eyeshadow looks. So she's super beautiful. Please don't forget to check her out. We have Aileen over at A Merch Beauty. I just recently talked about her because she gave me that wonderful birthday gift. This woman makes me laugh so hard. If you guys are looking for somebody super down to earth and spunky, she has great fashion and beauty content over on her channel. Please check her out. And then we have a double dose of Jennifer's. We have my friend Jennifer over at Alfeisty. Now, Jennifer does some beautiful high-end makeup videos. I really love that. I mean, she is like on it with her content. Like, if there is something that's coming out or has just come out, you can almost always count on Jennifer to have information, to have a video showing you the beautiful products. She works super hard to get that content out, and I really love her vibe. Like, she's just very sophisticated, yet really down to earth. You guys will notice, like, I love me some down to earth people, don't we all? But I love also seeing her sweet little doggies on her channel. It really makes me want to bring my doggie on my channel, but like, I don't have a lap dog. I've got like a 95-pound bulldog, but I think we're gonna have to make it happen at one point. But don't forget to check out Jennifer if you want to see her wonderful content and her wonderful dogs. Now, we also have Jennifer from Just Glow Firefly. Now, I'll be honest, I actually found Jennifer through the other Jennifer's channel. Another wonderful high-end beauty lover, and I love how sweet she seems. I mean, I honestly don't know her that well yet. I'm really hoping to get to know her, but just her demeanor and her like wonderful, happy attitude. I actually like binge watched like 3 of her videos today just because I was really enjoying just her pure bubbly love for makeup. So I really enjoyed getting to know her. I can't wait to see her fall favorites. I think it'll like give me a little bit more in-depth look into her makeup love. So I'm very excited. So thank you to all of you wonderful women who are creating content here with me and doing this collab. I'm very excited to see your choices. I think it's always fun because we don't really share what we're going to be picking. So oftentimes as we do these videos, it's really interesting to see, like, because a lot of us sort of intertwine in our choices. So if you want to see my choices, let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm gonna get this one out of the way right away because I'm sure a lot of people aren't gonna be surprised that I picked this. This is the Natasha Denona Glam Palette. I did do a full review on this. I'll go ahead and link it up above so that you guys can check this out. Now, for some people, you might look at this and think like, fall, really? But I do really think, as I'm looking at this, and I said this in my review, that these are very like natural cool tones, and I think that cool tones are really kind of where the makeup world is trending to, in all honesty, probably just because we've been warm for so long. It's time for the fashion world to switch it up a little bit. But you do have, if you aren't a like super cool tone lover, you do have some beautiful like more neutral shades in here. I mean, you've got a beautiful gold shade, so you can definitely do some wonderful looks. I'm just gonna like swipe a few of these here. Of course, I always like steer towards the shimmers, so I'm gonna make sure to grab a couple of these mattes. But I think that, you know, when I think of like wearing, especially like greens or, you know, I'm denim, like some of those things that are just staples in my wardrobe in the fall, these colors would go really pretty. So, I mean, look at that, like super like high shine. So you've got everything from like a rosy gold into a champagne and then your like traditional gold there. So I think that this is going to be a great one to have, and I wanted to include it in my top 10. And by the way, none of these are like actually like ranking for me. I actually can't remember if other people have been doing like ranking, but I'm not. That would be way too hard for me to choose. So these are in no particular order. Now, if you aren't into high shine or you're just looking to like build a collection that you can work well with other palettes, I would definitely recommend the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place. This is an all matte palette, and every single one of these shades is going to be great for fall. Like, this is definitely a great companion palette that you can pair with a lot of different other palettes. You have beautiful like pumpkin-y tones. I love this Jamada shade. This is like almost like a brownie red. Very beautiful. Let me swatch a couple of these for you guys. Sorry, I'm like dying up here. It's actually pretty cool outside, but we are re-seasoning some cast iron pans, and so we've had the oven going like all day long, and I'm sweating up in here. But oh my gosh, these colors are so beautiful. I love also, I mean, it's kind of like a risky move, but I like that they have like a charcoal shade, and then they also have a black in here. So I'm gonna actually just swatch this like charcoaly shade because it's like a charcoal brown. So I like that, you know, you have the ability to like have that softness there. Super pretty. I mean, these mattes are amazing and blend out really nicely. So the Warrior 2 is another one that you can add into your fall stash. Now I'm going to like put this one on the tail end of that Warrior palette just because that was an all matte. So I'm going to show you an all shimmer, and this is the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. I have done, I think, 2 videos using this, but I mean, you guys, every single one of these shades would be lovely for fall. You could pair a lot of these with that Warrior 2 palette. So let me grab a couple of these. I think a lot of people tend to go towards these like plummy shades. This is a very dark, dark plum, but we've got this wonderful copper shade here. So you guys can see like this is that dark plum. You've got that beautiful copper. Like, oh, these shadows are so creamy, and I mean, ooh, and you can dig your nail in really easily. Oh, that's a bummer. But look at this green. Oh, if that isn't fall, then you don't know fall. I guess. I don't know. I just really love this palette. It's a really great price, and you get a lot of product in here. I will be playing with this for a long time to come. And like I said, you could pair it with any matte palette that you have to be able to add some sparkle to your life. Hold on. Kara's having a premiere right now, so I gotta pause filming so I can go like hang out with my girl. Okay, my next 2 palettes are pretty similar, so I'm gonna like say this is kind of a dupe, but not really, but maybe. Anyway, we have the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Nope, we don't. We have the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I did consider putting the sunrise in here, but I did talk about that in my last palette tag video, so we're keeping it fresh. So this was, I think, my first Natasha Denona palette I got. I did get it when it was at a discount, and at that time I was like super hot into yellows. I love yellow still, but I think that this is a great palette for fall if you are someone who just really likes your more neutrals and gold shades. You have some beautiful ones in here. I love this like more like orangey gold shade. This is like Harvest to me all the way. You guys can see like that is so pretty, just that wonderful shade. I really like this red shade too. It's very different. So you've got some fun ones here that are like different than the neutrals, but I love this one. I think that it's a great one. If you have it in your collection, it's definitely worth pulling out this time of year. I do want to say my next one was one that I automatically thought of when I thought of fall, and it actually has a similar vibe, and that is the ColourPop California Love palette. Now, I did check, this is still available, and this was one, again, that I felt like ColourPop didn't really give a lot of time to shine, but they did kind of do like a re-promote, I felt like, just recently I saw, but I want to open these up so you guys can see. Now, these are by no means like exact dupes. I think that the Natasha Denona has more shades, but can you guys see like some similarities here? You've got the, you know, pretty like golden shimmers. You've got some of those like orangey tones. So if ColourPop prices are more up your alley, I think this is a great one to get. I mean, I'm gonna actually swatch a couple of these. Yeah, you guys, there are like some pretty good looking dupes here. Let me just like line these up. Now, I will say I don't think that the formulas are the same by any means, but you've got some pretty close dupes as far as like shades go. Okay, so I kind of goofed up because I did them out of order, but you guys can see here. So, wow, really? This is what happened to me last time. So we have the ColourPop shade, and then the Natasha Denona shade. And then we have the ColourPop shade, and then the Natasha Denona shade. Now down here, we have the Natasha Denona shade, and then the ColourPop shade. But you guys can see, like, that's some similar vibes right there. So again, if you don't have this one and, you know, maybe you just want something a little bit smaller, the California Love is a really great one. I love this palette. It does have a pressed glitter in it, this more like chunky shade. So if that's not your jam, that will probably be one that you don't use a lot, but I have really used this palette a lot. I will say the shimmer shades in here are a bit more creamy, but they still both have beautiful formulas. So these are two that I love using in fall. I wanted to put something in here for everybody, and I know that not everybody is into like the warm, like pumpkin-y tones. I also think of like rich plums in the fall. So I pulled out my Aether Beauty Amethyst Crystal Gemstone palette. This is so pretty. Let me kind of get this like little elastic off. So this has these beautiful like smoky plum shades. So pretty. Now I did do a look on Instagram with these. I think that that one might have just gone into my stories because I kind of goofed up when I was filming, but I'm gonna swatch some of these for you guys here so you can see. These palettes are infused with actual crystals. Wow, man, some of these shades are super pigmented. So you guys can see here, we've got these beautiful like smoky plums. I really love what Aether Beauty stands for too. They are, you know, really trying to be a very sustainable brand. They don't put mirrors in their palettes or magnets in their palettes. That's why you have this little like elastic here. I love the aesthetic of their brand. I have one of the face palettes and I'd love to get more of the face palettes because I really enjoyed that. But if you are someone who enjoys clean beauty and you are looking for packaging that's great for our planet and you want a beautiful plum palette, this one is a great way to go. Now, if you put yourself on a budget for the season, this is gonna be one that won't break the bank. This is the Wet n Wild Coffee Cat palette, and it's actually what I have on my eyes today. Now, I did recently just review this collection and did another look with this palette, so if you'd like to see it, I will go ahead and post the video so you can see all the details. But you guys, for $8.99, this palette is killing it. It's got some beautiful shimmer shades, some of these warm tones, and it's definitely one that I would check out. While I was disappointed in the scent of this, the colors do not disappoint, and let's face it, that's what really matters. So you can check out details in my video, and also check this look on Instagram if you want to see more of this palette in action. All right, I know that maybe this is going to be phoning it in, but you guys, I really do love this palette. This is the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice palette. Honestly, you guys, I mean, I know that this is like, again, sort of like that totally to be expected like fall palette, but look at the shades in here. Like this absolutely is fall. And I truly do love a lot of the shades in here. You have such beautiful warm tones. You've got a beautiful like olivey green, which I'm all about in the fall. I really like this pop of plum that's in here as well. I don't think that you can get this one anymore, but I wanted to mention it because I know that most of us have it. I do like this one a little bit more than the Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette, so this is the one I chose to put in here. I do like them both, but I think I just prefer this one. So this is just a reminder that if you have this palette, don't forget to pull it out and give it some love this fall. Okay, I know I just mentioned that I really love greens in the fall, so it shouldn't be a surprise that I picked out the Nomad by Juvia's Place as well. Guys, this palette. Now, I did just recently feature this in my soft fall video. I will link that one up here as well so you guys can check that out. So beautiful. I mean, seriously, you guys, if you haven't been checking out Juvia's Place, you are like sleeping on something amazing. So I'm gonna give these a swatch, hopefully get them in the right position where you guys can see them. I love this like dusty olive that's in here. And then you have, of course, those beautiful like I don't want to say mustard, but they're not even like pumpkin-y. It's really that like goldenrod color, maybe. Let's go with that. So these are just so pretty. I mean, if you like shades like this palette is so inexpensive. honestly, it's gonna last you a long time with these beautiful big pans. It's definitely one of my favorites. Again, if you want to see this one in action, you can check out that video. All right, last palette on my list, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. It might seem kind of unexpected, but I think that all of these tones look really gorgeous in the fall. You have these beautiful purple shades. They're very like deep jewel tones. You've got this wonderful like mulberry. I love all of the shimmer shades in here. I mean, I think all of these are very fall appropriate. So, so beautiful. I actually was inspired to pull this one out again because Yadi actually shared in a text convo that we were having an Instagram post from Miscellaneous, and I will go ahead and pop this up here so that they can get credit for this as well. But it was comparing some shades in other palettes to the Pat McGrath holiday release. And so it shows the Celestial Divinity colors compared to the Jackie Aina palette, and there are actually quite a few similarities, but it really inspired me to maybe pull this one out for fall and winter. Now I'm still kind of deciding whether or not to get the Pat McGrath palette, so that's still on the fence. So I think I really need to like use this one for a little bit and then decide that. But at any rate, this is going to be great for fall. I don't think that you can get this palette anymore, but if you do have it, please bring it out for fall. It's such a bummer when things get like discontinued so quickly, especially this palette. I think there are a lot of people who would love to get their hands back on this one, so I would love if they would do like a re-promote. That would be super awesome. Jackie deserves all of the wonderful attention on this palette because it was amazing. So that is all of my fall favorite palettes. Let me know down in the comments below if you have some of these, if it inspired you to pull some of these out, or if there's one that you're like, oh, Kelly, I can't believe you didn't mention such. So I'm sure I will have a couple when I watch the other girls' videos that I'm like, oh yeah, I should have talked about that one. But I hope you found this fun. Again, I really wanted to inspire you and myself to pull out some of the palettes that I already have and have had for a while. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. If you were coming over from one of the other content creators' channels, I would love if you would join me here. Please subscribe if you think you'd like to hang out with us here, and I will see you in a future video. So thanks so much, you guys. I'll see you really soon.